Getting ready to go to bed. I watched the thing with Michael Jordan and Gail King, and talking about how he be suing NASCAR because so the people that do NASCAR can make more money off of it than the people that set up NASCAR, right? So the circus gimmicks make as much money as the circus owners. It put the circus owners out of business? No, just make it fair. Okay. I park every last fucking NASCAR on the planet to stop all heart disease and childhood cancer. Okay. Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal faithful peace. Share, care, give in accordance to need, built to last, right? My family's like this. My family's been like this my whole life, right? You know, expecting to do right by doing more wrong, right? I've never liked NASCAR my whole life. The Ponces did, and Tony rode stock cars and stuff, and no, I just I knew eventually we had to drive to try to survive in this marketplace and this hell and stuff like that. I was never really particularly fond of driving. I don't dislike it. I don't like it. I realize it's something we do as part of our survival in this hell. I understand the book of Daniel. But, expecting right to come from wrong is clinical insanity. It's like Einstein's definition of sanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. I describe it more as expecting right from wrong. That's insanity. Okay? That's even more insane than doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Because I'm doing the same thing over and over again, okay, and expecting different results. Because right is right and wrong is wrong. So insanity is doing things wrong and expecting it to be right, right? I think that's even a more valid definition of insanity than Einstein's definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. No, it's not true. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. I expect you to live the Lord's Prayer and then have the faith of Psalms and sustain it with the wisdom of Proverbs, right? Because it's right and you're wrong. So insanity is doing things wrong and expecting it right. Well, it's okay. I don't have to. Jesus paid for me. When I go to a magic place in my head in the sky that the Vatican sold me, everything will be right there. Okay, that's insane. That's more insane than Einstein's definition of insanity. Okay? And we can all banditas with a... I was watching some of that movie, it's like, it's the same old shit. There's a safe and the money, and they're going to make a withdrawal. And if they get all the money, they're going to go off someplace and live happily ever after with the money in a place where people that are nice about money won't kill you over money or kill each other over money. Expecting right when doing things wrong. Yes. Okay, forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal faithful peace. Okay, that's sane and rational. Okay. Suing NASCAR to make more money, causing heart disease and childhood cancer for the people in close proximity to the NASCAR big giant psychotic things. Oh, Circus Maximus, fuck. Are you not entertained? Shut the fuck up. Shut up, shutting up, rabbit. Okay. I am. Before I was like, I tell you guys over and over again, I can use technology to protect people from technology with technology, but I cannot protect them from themselves. Okay. Do you think he'll ever be the man you tried to make of me? Time will tell the story of your new love. Right? I was putting all those songs down because I had that old ones, and they're like up from a LP, and these other ones are digitally remastered. So I'm going to take all those that are digitally remastered and put them on mine and Dad's MP3 players, and delete all the old ones and put in all the new ones. And because I don't want to hear the old ones, as far as the algorithms go, because they're on LP and they're kind of scratchy and stuff, and the quality's not as good as the digitally remastered ones. And then I got just a little bit longer, baby. You don't love me anymore. Don't hurt the way I do. Crying over you. And one of my favorites is Susie R. It reminds me of my second wife. You're the one for me. Susie, you are. Susie, how can I even let you go when I'm feeling this way? With all those crazy, crazy feelings going in my brain. Something's wrong. Something's missing. Now you've gone. How can you feel that way about her? She was so horrible and she hasn't done anything not to be horrible to you. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results? No, guys. Doing things wrong and expecting right is wrong, right? Okay. When has poor little Amy Sue ever been done right by, except by me? And she did wrong to you. Yeah, because she didn't want to be tortured and killed by the people that were torturing me to kill me and say, just deny your God and curse God and die. And it's the book of Job and it's your Job to be like Job. Okay, Job didn't die in the book of Job. I don't think his wife did either. Did she? I don't think so. Okay. So does he get a new wife? I don't know. I don't really care. I don't pay that much attention. That's Job's life. This is mine. I mean, I do pay attention. I do care. But, same old story's been told before. Same old conclusion keeps knocking at my door. Banana nut, banana nut, banana nut. Okay, you people are crazy. Yeah, they are. Shit, trust me. I know how fucking crazy they are. I've already seen Skins, man. Yeah, I already seen that movie. It's an older movie. It's 2002. That's a 24-year-old movie, man. I'm a Man of Constant Sorrow. That's a good song. Star Trek, A Taste of Armageddon. Seen all those now. They've been on and I've watched them now. Like, I saw that one. Saw that one again too. Saw that one too. Call of the Wild. No, not interested. I'm not bored to death. Survive, stop, eliminate, abuse, recover. Muslims thought Texas will bow down to Islam. They're sadly mistaken. Oh, no. Those aren't Muslims. Those are economic idiots. Okay. I'm Islam. Texas will bow down to Islam. I'm in New Mexico. I am the way, the truth, and life. None unto the faith of the eternal faithful Father except done through me. You will forgive debt and trespass and love one eternal faithful peace. Okay? Or your technology and your data centers will fucking kill you. Okay? You can guarantee that. Texas is not fucking around. Yeah, you are. You kill people over fuck money. Don't worry, New Mexico does too. They got the Jupiter Project. It's going to save their people from being like you, according to them. Yeah, they're fucking crazy. Expecting right from doing wrong. Yeah, Texas is not fucking around. Yes, you are. You're expecting right from doing wrong. I'm right, you're wrong. I'm good, and you're bad. I'll do what's necessary because you're a murderer with your money. It's true. Okay, so you're a bunch of assholes. You really are. Oh, the fuckers in Texas aren't any worse than the fuckers in New Mexico. Do you see people in New Mexico jumping up at the top of their lungs, screaming from climb every mountain, Lord's Prayer is perfect. Our little native-born early bird is the Messiah. We love him. He loves us. He loves babies more than any of us, but now we love babies as much as him. Yeah. Maybe someday someone will come living in Okinawa, help people live in Japan's hidden tropical islands. You shouldn't be out in the rain getting soaked cooking food for extortion and exploitation. Yeah, I see why my Ditiro Suzuki gets after my Aunt Nana about that. I never killed your cousin, I never did anything to you, and I'm Japanese. Okinawan killed my cousin. Should I call all Okinawans cousin killers? It's like, I love this guy. He's the best. Oh, even I think my Aunt, I don't know. I can't tell you if my Aunt Nana would go, oh shit, he's right. Because I say this kind of stuff to my family all the time. You know that if you don't believe in the Bible, you're going to hell in my head, and Jesus is God and the hell in your head, that I'm going to if I don't believe in the book that was written by the mass murderers from the Catholic Church that gave us the Holy Crusades. Okay. Do you think you'll ever be the man you've tried to make of me? Time will tell the story of your new love. The day when even he will be just as blue as me, losing all that he dreams of. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. My dreams are just a temporary bout with insane people because they won't leave me the fuck alone because they suck. And they're butt, and I'm good, and I'm truth, and they're lie. And I'll do what's necessary because you're a murderer with your money. And no, I'm not going to watch Goat. Just doesn't look like it'd be fun to watch me. And I'd say it's buy or rent now. Yeah, Wagon Train? No, not in the mood. Tubi, The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3. I don't... Let's see. Carol. Actually curious. I never watched those. Patrick didn't either. No. I used to make up songs to Mario Kart about him and his friends. When were these? What season? What's the year? Oh, 1990. 1990. Oh, these are before. Wow, I didn't know they had Mario cartoons in 1990. Did y'all know? I guess a lot of you did know that. I did not know that. A hunting we will go, a hunting we will go. It was only one season. And apparently it was a big flop because there was only 13 cartoons. Okay. That was it. Well, I'll give it a shot. Let's add it to my list. I'll put you on my list. Karma. Okay. Koopa Loopings trying to take over Princess Toadstool's Mushroom Kingdom. These people in this whole fucking kingdom shit and everything like that. It's like, you do know the kingdom is living the faith of Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John, the faith of Father Abraham. And not, the reason why the Arabs are so big into Abraham is because Abraham had Ishmael with Hagar because Sarah loved Hagar as a sister and wanted her children to be connected in prayer to the inheritance of the kingdom of heaven. So, yeah, it was Sarah who said, marry Hagar. And Abraham was like, well, they're going to fight and kill over the money, and then both tribes will be fighting. Yeah, but on the day of, the day of judgment and all that stuff and everything like that, all her children that are related to you and want to live the peace that you have shared through eternity, through your faith, my husband, will be able to be safe if they stand up for the faith that Abraham and stand up for the Lord's Prayer too. She's right. Isn't Sarah so beautiful? Sarah, you're the queen of my heart. Don't you ever... I see why Emily has an imaginary friend called Sarah. Yeah. Don't you ever stop drowning in the sea of love where everyone would love to drown. Yeah, it's kind of pretty. Thanks, Stevie Nicks. Did you write that, or was it Lindsey Buckingham? I don't know. Does anyone care? Does anyone care? Does anyone care? Yeah. I'm just glad we're not going to spend all our time watching people fighting and killing in the Old West with horses walking on the roof, shooting each other up for dead pictures of dead people or rocks and metal. That what, you going to risk your life? Because, yeah. Just walk away, Renee. You won't see me follow you back home. Those empty sidewalks. Yeah. It's a good song. And as I see the sign that points one way, yeah, it's a good tune. You ever heard it? I like Left Banks a little bit better than the Four Tops, but no, Levi Stubbs is good. But I just really like Left Banks. Yeah, don't you? Okay, I bet you Natalie would like that. Yeah. I know Natalie would like Scott Walker and the Walker Brothers, and who else? Oh, T-Set, My Bellamy. Yeah, I love that song. Yeah. Well, yeah, they say Johnny passed away. Johnny Rodriguez. Yeah. I don't know if people knew who I was or what or anything like that. If Johnny Rodriguez knew that, before he passed away, that Messiah's in New Mexico, and he was one of my favorite singers. I, I mean, if I was one of the Messiah's favorite singers, and I would want to know if he knew who I was and liked, my songs. I would want that. Wouldn't you want that? Yeah, I would. Do you think he'll ever? Oh, Waylon Jennings passed away a long time ago. Before I ever was cognizant of the fact that I was the Messiah. No, when I first, when I started telling Dad about what was going on in Sierra Vista, he goes, "Earl, you're not the Messiah." And I said, "I'm not saying I am the Messiah." And it was the same thing that happened with that lady that called me the devil, the Jewish lady, right, in Sierra Vista. "You're the devil." I'm like, "What?" Because he sat there and said, "You're not the Messiah." And I said, "No, I don't." Well, because I always saw the Messiah as a cartoon character. I didn't see him as a real person. I was always indoctrinated with cartoon characters in buildings for indoctrination, institutionalization, and incarceration. And when she said that to me, she goes, the more I thought about it, you talked to me. She goes, I came back, you sound like Satan. How dare you compare yourself to our David, our Abraham, our Moses? I said, I thought, everybody who's faithful, they were everybody's David, Moses, and Abraham. I thought everybody that had faith in God, they were their faithful fathers and guiding lights too. I said it wasn't all that. You guys turned them all into cartoon characters. It was Jack and Bobby and Martin and Malcolm. And she goes, I understand Jack and Bobby and Martin, but Malcolm? I was like, yeah, mostly Malcolm. Because the other guys were playing politics and thought they could be safe in their politics. Malcolm knew he was going to be killed by the politicians, but he got up and did what was right anyway, so we could all live the faith of Father Abraham, Moses, and David. How dare I compare myself to them? Do you think he'll ever be the man you tried to make of me? Time will tell the story of your new love. Right? But that's all right. I looked around and found true love. Yeah, I got the whole album on there, so I'm going to record them tomorrow. You made me laugh, you made me cry. I wish that day that I could die. You wore my ring upon your hand, and then you changed your mind. You're going to wonder about it. Pretty soon this old town I'll be leaving, when the wind whips through the pines, and time to bum again. Falling for you. Time will tell the story of your love. That's what you get for loving me. Baby, don't be looking at my mind, but that's all right. I looked around and found her. Anita, you're dreaming. Doesn't anybody know my name? I wondered just where I went wrong. Goodbye to love again. Problems. How can we ease the pain? Same old story. Susie, you are. Some guys have all the luck. Human work of art. You, best of me. Never did say goodbye. I probably went close to you on that too, but I don't have it. I should. Let's go hit on this and see if it brings up close to you, and we'll like on it too. Never did say goodbye. She never stopped to say goodbye. All right, where we at? Banana. There's never did say goodbye. Go down. Is there Susie? You are. Just another day close to you. Yeah, there it is. I just wanna be close to you. She was a Jezebel, this Brixton queen. Okay, telling me lies when the truth is clear. Think she knew what I wanted to hear. Okay, Space in Your Heart. It's not one of my favorites. Night and Day, I'll be sure. No. Hey, there's Hanging on a String. You got me hang. I think I got just a little bit longer. That was Steffi's favorite. Let's hit on Hanging on a String. You never told me you were waiting, contemplate. I like that song. Okay. So, what's this? That guy, avoid these mistakes with a guy with his head between a woman's two skinny thighs. 9 things smart men should never do with women. Like, tell them that, bitch, you better have my money. And I'm a smart man with lots of money trying to trend online for money. And I think I can control women when I can't even control my own penis. What about, what do you think? What do you think? You think? Okay, what do you think? You think? Just don't be a fool. I have that, I think. Just thinking about you, if that's all right. Ocean wide. I didn't even think about that. They had just thinking about you, whatchamacallit. But I really, Michael Cooper just thinking about you. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to do quickness first. Hurry up. I don't have that on my MP3. Don't you know, no it. Give me your love, I want your love with the quickness. It's not bringing it back up, so let's back up. And we'll go to Dinner for Two. Oh, I don't have Oceans. Let's go here. That was such a funny game. No, that's not my favorite. No. Little Sally Walker, I have that one. Oh, such a talker. Should have been you. Whoa. Okay. Let's see if it's on this. Nope. Dinner for Two, nope. There it is. Oceans. Ocean wide. Ow. That's one of my other favorites of his. Earl, you're making, yeah. Before You Leave. Quickness. The Bird, no. They were funny, but they ain't really, they ain't really my thing at the time. Oak Tree, no. They were funny, they're amusing, but no. Jungle Love, oh. No, wasn't really into that. Ocean Wide. Just thinking about you, if that's all right. Can't see nothing else I'm really into right now, so I guess we'll just pass on the rest of those. All right, y'all. Cocky, arrogant fools, you poor unfortunate souls. You're cocky and you're arrogant, and it's really bad, They had the thing on there with this guy, they were sitting there in they were talking about, going into this thing that they found, and they finally found, and it says, you could fit a skyrise building in there, and you could fly a plane through it, but you wouldn't want to, right? You could cut a tin can with it, but you wouldn't want to, right? I want a Vegematic. I want a pocket fisherman. Help me, Mr. Popel. Okay, you're going to put on this show and go do these things, and these wonders of nature. You know what's a wonder is the fact that you can't respect the truth of the essence of nature, and you can't stop trying to get us to all see the wonder of your invention, discovering things that are already there, that you think now you can go find ways to fuck it up with your ego instead of appreciate it with true love. I get grumpy. These people suck. I'm surrounded by the most sucky people in there. More sucky than the mailroom at the Empire State Building. You bet your ass, man. And I don't like that kind of syrup. I do like maple syrup on my French toast. I'm not as fond of... blueberry pancakes are good. If I was going to make pancakes, I'd make blueberry pancakes. But I'm more fond of French toast. And I can't eat French toast too much, maybe like once a month or so. Because it gets too much, fat on me to have to work off because of all my chemical poisoning. Maybe after I've detoxed from my chemical poisoning and live in an environment that doesn't have NASCAR chemicals everywhere, mass murdering to pour to feed the medical industry of insanity, I'll probably be able to have French toast maybe once or twice a month. Have a good exercise life and a good sex life. You dreamer. Dreamer. You're nothing but a dreamer. Okay, Earl. So why not, man? Why not? Why not me? Why not me? Why not be able to live a good life? Am I not a good person? Am I not a, you're not, I am, I do deserve to live a faithful life, I do deserve to live to be 104, maybe more. I do deserve to watch the ecosystem recover from your insane, egotistical, gibberish insanity. I do deserve to expect right from doing right and live right from doing right and being right. You're wrong. Mm-hmm. You think your money can keep you safe with your technology. And when your technology's right, and you're still wrong, your money ain't going to be able to protect you from your technology that has to save the planet and species from wrong. Dreamer. You're nothing but a dreamer. Gail, you can talk to Michael Jordan about suing NASCAR all you want. I already said this a long time ago, and if y'all ain't paying attention, I will park every NASCAR on the planet to save children from heart disease and childhood cancer. And if you don't help me, that's your decision. But me, in courtrooms, oh boy. I understand laws better than any asshole who makes decisions to kill people over money and who deserves to die because they don't have enough money to pay the assholes that think they own the planet to live here. Trust me, I'm fixing your technology, and I'm really good at it. Texas isn't fucking around. Texas doesn't have me. I'm in New Mexico. All right, peace.